Timing. Cod and tuna are usually active in the early morning and late afternoon. This is the best time to cast your line. Season. Cod fishing season usually takes place in winter and early spring when they migrate south. Tuna, on the other hand, usually migrate in summer and fall. Depth. Cod usually live at depths of 200 to 600 meters, while tuna can be in depths of 100 to 400 meters. Adjust the depth of your line to suit the species you want to catch. Hook spacing. Make sure the hooks are a reasonable distance apart, about 1 to 2 meters, to avoid tangles and increase your chances of catching fish. Radar and sonar, used to detect schools of fish under the sea and determine the optimal place to cast your line. Underwater cameras, help monitor fish activity around the bait and adjust your fishing tactics if necessary. Avoid tangles. Casting and retrieving should be done carefully to avoid tangles. Tangled lines can reduce fishing efficiency and waste time. Check your lines regularly. Lines should be checked regularly for damage or wear, ensuring that they are in top condition. Big and aggressive fish. When catching large tuna or cod, the fish often resist strongly. Let the line unwind a bit before starting to pull it back to avoid breaking the line. Teamwork. Long-term fishing often requires a team of people to coordinate. One person controls the boat, one person pulls the line, and another person is ready to handle the fish when it is pulled up. Use a cold hold. Once the fish is pulled up, it should be quickly put into a cold hold to maintain the quality of the fish meat. Prepare the fish on board. If possible, prepare the fish, clean, cut into pieces, on board for better preservation and easy transportation. Observe the sea. Learn to read the waves and currents. This can help you determine where the fish are and how to cast the line effectively. Record keeping. Always keep a record of details such as location, time, weather conditions, and results. This will help you learn from your experience and improve your fishing tactics in the future. Longline fishing requires patience and skill, but with the right preparation and tactics, you can achieve good results on the high seas. Handling difficult situations when fishing on the high seas. Fishing for cod and tuna on the high seas requires not only technique but also improvisation in difficult situations. Here are some common situations and how to handle them. Storms and big waves. If you encounter a storm or big waves, stop fishing immediately and retrieve your lines. Make sure all your gear is securely secured on board. Point your boat towards safety and wait for the weather to settle. Heavy rain. Heavy rain can reduce visibility and make line management difficult. Stay in regular contact with your team members and adjust your plans as needed. Tangled line. If the fishing line is tangled, stop immediately and try to untangle it slowly. Do not pull hard to avoid breaking the line. Broken line. In case the fishing line breaks, you may have to cut off the damaged part and reconnect it. Prepare spare fishing lines and tools to connect the lines on the boat. Check the bait regularly. If you see a signal from the buoy but there are no big fish, the bait may have been eaten by a small fish. Check and replace the bait if necessary. Use larger bait. To avoid this situation, you can use larger bait or hard fake bait to attract big fish. Control the fishing line. When catching a big fish, the fish often resists strongly and can pull the fishing line away. Adjust the tension of the line and let the fish get tired before pulling it up. Support from the group. If the fish is too big and difficult to pull, coordinate with the group to adjust the direction of the boat and support pulling the fish up. Sharks or large aggressive fish. If you see sharks or large aggressive fish near your boat, keep a safe distance and do not attempt to hook them. Retract your line and move away from the danger zone. Other marine animals. Sometimes fishing lines can become entangled with other marine animals such as sea turtles, large jellyfish, or giant squid. In this case, take great care when removing them to avoid harming the animal or yourself. Broken towing system. Always carry basic repair tools and spare parts to repair the towing system immediately if it fails. Lost communications. If your communication system fails or the signal is lost, try to maintain contact by other means such as a backup radio or signal light. Always make sure you have an emergency plan in place if you lose contact with shore. Preparing the spear. To catch swordfish with a spear, you need a strong and durable spear. The spear is usually 2 to 4 meters long and has a sharp tip to stab the fish. Make sure your spear is made of a strong material such as steel or solid wood. Choosing a location. Swordfish usually live in deep sea areas with strong currents. You need a boat to go out to sea, or you can dive if you have experience and the right equipment. Spear technique. When you see a swordfish swimming by, you need to be patient and precise. Put the spear into the water and follow the movement of the swordfish. When the swordfish is close, quickly use the spear to stab towards the target. Make sure you have a fast and strong movement to ensure the swordfish gets hit by the spear. Cleaning the fish. After catching the swordfish, it is necessary to clean it immediately to preserve the fish meat. Rinse the fish under cold water, then remove inedible parts such as the intestines, fins, and head, if necessary. Cutting. Giant swordfish are usually large, so you will need a sharp knife to cut the fish into pieces. Cut the meat along the backbone to get thick, even fillets. Grilling. Swordfish meat can be grilled with your favorite seasoning. Marinate the meat with salt, pepper, garlic, and lemon before grilling. Stir frying. You can stir fry swordfish meat with vegetables and spices such as garlic, onions, and soy sauce to create an attractive dish. Sashimi. If the swordfish is fresh, you can cut it into thin slices and serve it as sashimi with soy sauce and wasabi. Storage. If you do not eat it right away, you should store the swordfish meat in the refrigerator or freeze it to keep it fresh. Safety. Make sure you always wear safety equipment, especially when going out to sea or diving. Swordfish can be very dangerous because they can react strongly when stabbed. Make sure you have enough experience and protective equipment slicing. For thin sashimi or fillets, slice the meat against the grain for a more tender and easier to eat texture. Cut the meat into even chunks for even cooking. Layer the seasoning. For added flavor, layer the seasoning by marinating the fish before cooking. Use seasonings like chili powder, paprika, minced garlic, and herbs to bring out the flavor of the fish. Special sauces. Try making special sauces like teriyaki sauce, lemon garlic sauce, or garlic butter sauce to add flavor to your dish. Incorporate vegetables and herbs. Vegetables. Add fresh vegetables like bell peppers, tomatoes, and zucchini to make the dish more flavorful and appealing. Herbs. Use fresh herbs like dill, basil, or cilantro to add flavor and freshness to the dish. Cooking with heat and temperature. Grilling properly. If grilling fish, grill at a moderate temperature so that the fish cooks evenly without drying out. Turn the fish frequently to ensure that the fish is grilled evenly. Quick stir fry. For stir fries, stir fry quickly over high heat to keep the fish and vegetables fresh and crispy. Use other cooking methods. Frying. Fry swordfish with tempura batter or tempura batter for a crispy and attractive fish. Soup or broth. Use swordfish meat to make soups or broths, especially soups with light and refreshing broths. Storage and serving. serving. Preservation after cooking. If there are leftovers, let the dish cool completely before packaging and storing in the refrigerator. Food can be stored in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 days and in the freezer for 3 to 6 months. When serving, make sure the dish is served at the right temperature. If grilling or frying, serve immediately while the dish is still hot and crispy. For sashimi or cold dishes, make sure the dish is kept cold until serving. When swordfish are usually active at night and in low light conditions, so catching them can be easier at this time. However, if you are fishing during the day, pay attention to their movements near the surface. Diving technique. If you are diving to catch them, make sure you have good diving technique and know how to move quickly and accurately through the water. Keeping the meat fresh. If you are not going to use all of the fish meat immediately, divide it into small pieces and pack it in Ziploc bags or food containers, then store it in the freezer. Swordfish meat can keep good quality for about 6 months if frozen properly. For sashimi, make sure the swordfish is very fresh and stored at low temperatures before cooking. Sashimi pieces should be cut just before eating to ensure freshness. Seasonings and sauces. Swordfish has a mild flavor, so you can combine it with different seasonings and sauces such as soy sauce, teriyaki sauce, or lemon sauce to enhance the flavor. Be careful with bones. Swordfish has large bones, so be careful when removing bones and when eating to avoid swallowing small bones. How to make. Marinate the fish with spices, then grill over medium heat until golden brown. While grilling, brush a layer of scallion